Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another offseason rebuild, and today we have the Dallas Mavericks. This is a Dallas team that just 2 years ago was in the Western Conference Final, and then last season they ended up going 38-44, and it really didn't go the way that anybody actually thought it was going to. So they made the trade for Kyrie Irving near the deadline. Ultimately, they decided that they wanted to go ahead and keep their draft pick, so I kind of want to say embrace the tank. And they ended up keeping their draft pick. And yeah, this is a team that I want to give some credit to, man. They've had a really successful offseason, in my opinion. I like pretty much every single move they made. And obviously with Luka Doncic here, really anything's possible. So I'm really excited to see what we can do with this Mavericks team today. As always, let me know any other video ideas you guys do have down below in the comments section. We're obviously in a pretty dead point of the offseason right now where there's really not anything major going on. Obviously, there's still some guys like Damian Lillard and James Harden potentially could be in some trades at some point in time, but it really does feel like it's going to be a waiting game, especially for those two big names. So let me know if you guys have ideas. Let me know them down below in the comment section. Of course, you guys are new around here as well. Do me a favor, hit that sub button. We'd love to have it here in the community. But other than that, man, this is a Dallas Mavericks team that had a really tricky year last year after a really promising year the season before. So hopefully we can go up and trend to a championship. Let's see if we can do it. All right, so this is a Mavericks team that truly is trying to be a contender, and typically with some of the younger teams, we do 5-year rebuilds. Today's video feels like only 3 years is really necessary. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this team a championship. So obviously about halfway, if not a little bit more, through this offseason. We might not make any major moves, but I like the moves that this team's made in real life. Let's just dive into the roster. Obviously, Luka Doncic, one of the best players in all of basketball. He's been my MVP pick for the last 2 seasons. Hasn't won either of those 2 years, but he'll probably be my MVP pick again. I feel like at some point he's going to kind of break through and get to it. So we will see. Literally a 0% chance he goes anywhere. Seth Curry is here, 32 years old at that 77 overall. Obviously a good shooter. Pretty decent backup point guard option. I think he might regress a little bit, unfortunately, but we will see. Dante Exum, they signed this offseason as well. Let's get into the shooting guard spot. Obviously, it was a huge question this offseason whether or not Kyrie Irving was going to return to the Dallas Mavericks. It didn't really appear that his market was necessarily too big. Obviously, there's not a lot of really good teams that actually had cap space, and obviously Kyrie was not going to go play with some team that's in the process of a rebuild right now. That just doesn't make any sense for this point in his career. I like Jaden Hardy quite a bit. If he can continue to progress, he might even find a way into the starting lineup at some point, whether I'm playing him at the 3 or whatever it may be. I might try to figure that out because I do think the potential is definitely there, but no guarantees. We will see. THJ, I don't know. I mean, he's not a long-term staple for me on this team. He's a decent small forward option. He's 31 at that 78 overall. We'll see. Josh Green, kind of similarly to Jaden Hardy. Hopefully, again, one of the young pieces on this team can continue to progress, and we'll go from there. Power forward spot. Grant Williams came over in a 3-team sign-in trade with the Celtics, the Spurs, and obviously the Dallas Mavericks. I like Grant a lot, as I'm sure many of you know. Celtics fan here. I'm assuming he's probably going to end up starting for them. I think that honestly makes a lot of sense. He's a big guy that can honestly spread the floor a little bit. Pretty solid defensive piece. I'm excited that Grant's getting a new opportunity somewhere. I am going to miss him. I know that for a fact. Maxi Kleber's here. I don't love this contract, to be completely honest with you. He's probably not even going to play, to be completely honest. Olivier Maxence Prosper Omax. He's I want to get him some minutes, see if we can develop him as much as possible. Only 21 years old at that 73. I think the potential is definitely there. Center spot's an interesting one because, it has been an interesting stretch for the Dallas Mavericks in the center position. It was obviously not too great last year, and I don't really know what we're going to do. I mean, I do know what I want to do. I want to start Derek Lively II out of Duke. He went 12th overall, correct? Yes, he did. I think based on potential alone, he's definitely probably my number 1 option. They also traded for Rashawn Holmes. They re-signed Dwight Powell. And I believe there are potential rumblings that JaVale McGee's either going to get released or maybe bought out or traded, whatever it may be. But he might not end up being a Maverick. So we'll go from there. But this is a pretty interesting Dallas Mavericks roster. I like it a lot, actually. I think it's going to be a lot better in real life than it actually looks on paper. Obviously, there's 290-plus overalls, and then 78's our 3rd highest overall. So maybe not translate super well in 2K, but I think in real life they'll be a little bit better. But we might have some moves. If we do, I'll obviously show you guys. But if not, I guess I'll just see you guys at the start of year 1. But might have a few things coming. This is going to be our first and in all likelihood only trade of the offseason. We're sending JaVale McGee and Maxi Kleber over to Miami. We're going to acquire Duncan Robinson and his interesting contract, along with a first-round pick. Obviously, the 2027 first is really the only reason I'm doing this deal. McGee and Kleber were not going to be in the rotation. Neither will Duncan Robinson, but we are getting a draft pick out of it. and Robinson is potentially somebody we can move next offseason. So welcome to the team, and yeah, I think that's a good first trade. Obviously, now that those guys were going to play for us, and I think we honestly made a smart move with our first trade of this season. So yeah, I mean, the center spot, as I mentioned, I want Derek Lively II to start. I want him to get starting minutes. I don't know who I would prefer between Dwight Powell and Richaun Holmes to get backup minutes. I'm leaning Richaun Holmes. Again, a lot of it is going to depend on overall next year as well, and I'm sure there's a world out there where maybe Dwight Powell can play some backup for. I'm going to go with the young guy here in Omax and hopefully have him develop as much as possible. So that's really going to be it for now. I'm not going to make any other major moves before year one. We're going to kind of leave the majority of this group together, kind of see what they would maybe do in real life according to 2K. So see you guys at the start of year number one. And real quick, before we do jump into this rotation, I'm sure some of you are wondering what happened to Christian Wood. Obviously, he was still in free agency. I never ended up even really talking about him. And yeah, I opted not to re-sign him. I don't think there's really much of a possibility with him coming back to Dallas. I just don't really think that's kind of in the cards right now. Maybe he will, and I'll be wrong, but we decided to let him go. I'm going with Derek Lively II. If I made the mistake, I made the mistake. So here's how it's going to look. It's Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, obviously one of the more skilled NBA backcourt duos. I like it a lot. They're both obviously incredible players. THJ, Grant Williams, Derek Lively II. Now, this is by no means a star-studded 3 through 5, but I think, again, potential-wise with Lively, obviously you have two solid enough players here with THJ and Grant Williams. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Jaden Hardy will be coming off the bench, followed by Josh Green. Seth Curry's here, Olivier Maxence Prosper, and Richaun Holmes. I decided to give Richaun Holmes minutes over Dwight Powell. I just don't really think Dwight Powell is very good, to be completely honest with you. And yeah, I'm going to go with Richaun Holmes over him. So this is the team. I'm excited to see how 2K thinks we're going to be. Obviously led by Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. It's pretty much one of the better duos in basketball. So excited to see what happens. I'll see you guys at the end of year one. So we wrap up year one here in Dallas. We go 47-35, and that's okay. It's not great. I kind of thought this would be a 50-plus win team. Obviously, if we perform well in the playoffs, none of it really matters. But I don't know, man. 47 wins? I don't love it. John Morant's your MVP. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. CP3, Sixth Man. Giannis is your depoy. Daniel Gafford, Most Improved. Quinn Snyder wins Coach of the Year. So, all right. You can see right there, we are the 4 seed. We'll be taking on the Pelicans in round 1. It's not terrible. I mean, 4 seed is fine. Do not get me wrong. 47 wins is where I'm a little hesitant, maybe a little bit nervous, but I don't know. I don't really know. So let's dive into the numbers real quick. I don't want to do, oh my God. Oh, this game makes it so challenging to look at stats these days. All right, here are the numbers. Luka Doncic, 26.5 points a game, nearly a triple-double. He has 0.2 rebounds off of that triple-double. Kyrie was good. THJ, Jaden Hardy, Derek Lively II in his rookie year, almost a double-double a game. I will absolutely take that. Rebounds led by Luka and assists led by Luka as well. I mean, he is incredible. All right, so it's going to be us against the Pelicans here in round 1. CJ, Herb Jones, Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas, obviously pretty good team right there, and especially when I don't play with injuries on, you have Zion Williamson fully back, fully healthy, but we are up 3-1 right now, and we do end up winning at 5. Beautiful. Okay, here come the Lakers. D'Lo, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Davis. What the fuck? How is Draymond Green here? What, right? Like, what? Okay. It was obviously a deadline trade or whatever, a mid-season trade, because this is an updated shared file, so Draymond's contract is updated, but interesting nonetheless. Going to Game 7 here in round 2, and we end up winning, which puts us in the Western Conference Finals to take on the 6-seed Utah Jazz. Interesting that they're here. I'm actually not that mad about it because I think we're better, but I guess 2K maybe doesn't because we're down 3-0. And we get swept by the Jazz, who are in the finals in year 1. Okay, that's interesting to say the least. And, oh my God, did the Jazz just blow a 3-1 lead? Well, 2K's best friend here, the Atlanta Hawks, and Trae Young out here winning championships in year 1. I'm still surprised the Jazz made the finals, but nonetheless, I would say that's a somewhat successful season. It's not a great end getting swept by the Jazz, who are probably not a better team than us. We definitely have the best player in the series, but is what it is at this point. We're building upon a pretty decent season. So let's sim over the draft lottery real quick. It is the Rockets, the Nuggets. Wow, I'm surprised they were bad enough to even have a lottery pick. That surprises me. Jason Kidd, I don't necessarily think is a great head coach, and I think this should be a good situation just to go out and get Mike Stauffer because we could use a pretty good head coach right now. Let's head up to the draft. I don't think we'll technically have our first-round pick because I believe New York will now have it, and yes, they do. So we have the 30th overall pick in round 2, literally the last pick in the draft, but that's via the Atlanta Hawks. And yeah, I mean, we're not really, I mean, unless there's a way to just do this. And no, nothing. All right, just draft somebody for me there at number 30 in round 2. Literally the Mr. Irrelevant pick, Tristan Da Silva. No thanks. Okay, team player options. Jaden Hardy, 100% yes. Rashawn Holmes accepts that nearly $13 million player option. Going to have to make a decision if we want to pay him that much money to be our backup center. Qualifying offers, Mike Miles Jr., probably not. Josh Green, 100% yes. And yeah, let's just dive into free agency at this point. So Josh Green is our one, I guess, major free agent. In terms of cap space, we don't really have any money, unfortunately. It would have been cool. Go out and get AD or JB or any of these guys, but we just don't really have the funds at this point in time. But there's definitely a big trade on the horizon. What that is going to be, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll show you guys when I do have it. So the Utah Jazz just beat us in the Western Conference Finals, and I want to see if they'll maybe give me one of, if not their best player, in Lauri Markkanen. Many thought at one point in time potentially could have been the next Dirk, obviously doing a Mavericks rebuild today. Maybe a little bit fitting. So, yeah, our offer of THJ and Rashawn Holmes probably isn't going to get this one to go through. You want Duncan Robinson? You can't afford that. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't really want to give up anybody else. If you want Dwight Powell, you can have him, and then I'll probably have to give up some draft capital here. So I think we're good enough at this point in time where our draft picks really shouldn't matter too much. So you'll have my first next year. That's all it took. Welcome to the team, Lauri Markkanen. Obviously an upgrade at our starting small forward position. Also could if we needed him to start at the 4. It really doesn't matter. We have to make a decision if we're comfortable enough with Grant Williams moving forward in terms of a starting role. So Derek Lively, I'm going to keep at the center spot. I thought he played well in his rookie season. Hopefully that overall can go up a few, but obviously the addition of Lauri Markkanen is a pretty good one. So at this point in time, we definitely need to find ourselves a backup center. And Josh Green's also somebody I do want to re-sign. So we're going to wait, give him a real contract. Everybody else pretty much free to go, though. We'll just renounce the rights here. Yeah, on pretty much everybody. Also, Matisse Thybulle, at the start of last season, like, he somehow was just on this team. I know, obviously, they signed him to an offer sheet in real life. I didn't see him on the roster, and I don't really know how he ended up here. I have actually no idea. So, obviously, Portland matched it, so I just put him back on the Trailblazers. That's why you see a trade exception, which obviously we shouldn't have, so I'll renounce. But we're going to wait on Josh Green. He's definitely somebody I do want to re-sign. We're going to make sure we don't renounce him. And here on day 3 of moratorium, we can offer, wow, it's actually a really good contract. Welcome back, Josh Green. That actually kind of feels like a steal, I'm not going to lie. But at this point in time, I'm pretty comfortable with everything. I don't think there's another major move coming right now. Obviously, I'm going to find myself a new backup center, and we are going to move Duncan Robinson because I don't need that contract, even though it is expiring. But thank you very much, Orlando. And then in terms of the backup center options here, these aren't great. I mean, I don't really love any of these. I think Isaiah Hartenstein's probably going to be the best option here, especially including age. So, yeah, we'll bring him in on a 2-year, just over $5 million AAV deal. And, yeah, I can live with that for now. I mean, again, I didn't think that So we made a major move because Lauri Markkanen's no small trade. But, again, I will at some point in time have to figure out if I'm comfortable enough. And I do truly believe that Grant Williams and Derek Lively II can be starters on a championship caliber team. So we'll get to that maybe next offseason. As of now, I'm rolling with these two in my front court and the rest of this group. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that Seth Curry was going to continue to regress. The game automatically signed Thad Young, and we're including a second-round pick. And we're going to acquire Javon Carter here from the Bulls, who's obviously a little bit of a high overall, 5 years younger. I think the trade makes sense. So now we can go set the rotation. After getting swept in the Western Conference Finals by the Utah Jazz, we decided to make another major splash, coincidentally enough, with the Utah Jazz and acquire Lauri Markkanen. He slides into our starting small forward spot, and honestly, I like the way things are looking with this team. It's going to be Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Lauri Markkanen, Grant Williams, Derek Lively II. The bench unit's okay. It is decent. Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, Isaiah Hartenstein, excuse me, I almost said Olivia or Oliver. I don't even know what the hell I was trying to say. But Omax is here, going to be the backup 4, and then Javon Carter obviously recently acquired. So I'm excited. I do think this team definitely has the talent to get back to the Western Conference Finals and hopefully advance to the NBA Finals this time. See you guys at the end of year 2. What a way to cap off year 2. We go 67-15 in our very own Luka Doncic. Averages a triple-double, and he does win MVP. Just a beautiful way to wrap up our second regular season. Donovan Clingan's your Rookie of the Year. Azar Thompson, 6th man. Victor Wembanyama wins a D-point in his second year in the league. Taylor Hendricks, Most Improved. And Mike Stauffer, Coach of the Year, as I mentioned, 67-15. Yeah, that's a pretty good record, and that is good enough for the 1 seed here in the Western Conference. Wow. We were the only 60-win team, and there were no 50-plus win teams. And a 48-win team took the 2 seed. We were tied, actually, with the Cavs for the best record in all of basketball. So, Maybe a little Cleveland-Dallas matchup on the horizon. Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Feel free to pause if you wish. Everything's looking really good to me. Luka, I'm assuming, led us in all three of the major categories. We have the Lakers here in round one. Obviously, you got LeBron. Draymond Green now in the starting lineup. I don't know how he ended up there. I really don't. But not the easiest first-round matchup by any means. Anytime you're going up against the GOAT, it's not going to be easy, and we're down 3-1. All right. I don't know. I don't know. You win 67 games, you shouldn't have to worry about the first round of the playoffs. But, yeah, man, things they are going to be changing because we're going to make some moves because we can't end the video going out in the first round. Like that's a negative playoff result after a pretty positive playoff result in year one. So, draft lottery time. We're not going to have any picks in this year's draft lottery, but we'll just sim it just to look at it. Wizards, Pelicans, who pretty sure just won or they were in the finals. Jazz, Heat, and then the Thunder. All right, staff signing, we're good. Obviously can't get a better coach than Mike. And up to the draft. What's it going to be? I know I traded my first-round pick this year. We don't have any other first. So we're not going to be drafting anybody. I don't think any sort of rookie would help this team anyways. Team player options. So Kyrie declines. Obviously have to make sure we get him back. If we don't, I mean, we're basically screwed. Jaden Hardy definitely going to be qualifying right now. And then let's take a look in terms of free agency. So obviously Kyrie Irving, Larry Markkinen, and Jaden Hardy are all players I'd like to get back. Kyrie does have an offer right now. It's a kind of a fake offer from the 76ers. I'm just going to pay the man. Obviously, I want to make sure I get him back. Then have to make sure we get Larry Markkinen back as well, and I'll wait on Jaden Hardy. So we do get Kyrie back. We get Larry Markkinen back. Other than that, everybody's pretty much free to go. So we're going to re-sign Jaden Hardy after day 2 of moratorium. And, yeah, there's definitely a major trade on the horizon because I cannot go ahead and run this back. Obviously, it's not working. We're going to try to add Michael Porter Jr. to this team. Obviously, if a trade did happen, we would just slide Larry Markkinen into the 4. Wouldn't really be that big of a deal. I think MPJ could come in here and kind of be that final piece that we do need to kind of put us over the hump. I love Grant. I just don't think he can be a starter on a championship team. So this is also the final season. We also do have this big-ass trade exception, so that'll help. And I'll really give up whatever picks it really does take because I can't take these draft picks with me, so it only takes 2, along with the trade exception. MPJ is now here, and we are just going to slide Market into the 4, where he actually goes up and overall. And, yeah, that's it for the final major moves. I'm still going to roll with Derek Lively as our starting center. I do think he's a good enough option there. He's been playing pretty well, so let's go over this a little bit. I mean, in terms of the backups, Josh Green and Jaden Hardy are obviously really good backup options. I'm fine with Omax here, and then we do need to find ourselves a new backup center again. In terms of Javon Carter, I think maybe there's an upgrade out there somewhere, but I just don't know really what it would be. I mean, obviously, I'll take a look, and if we find anything like really solid, I'll do it. Ty Washington. Kevon Looney is actually a really good upgrade at the backup center spot. Let's do that, and then we'll sign a new backup point guard. Jose Alvarado. Ooh, Terrence Mann. I'm a big Terrence Mann fan. Welcome to the team, Terrence. And, yeah, that's going to be it for now. This is going to be the team, and I'm excited. I do think we've made enough moves to the point where this team should definitely be out there competing for championships. So 67 wins last year, bounced in the first round. Hopefully these moves helped out a little bit. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. After a disappointing end to our really promising regular season last year, we ended up making another major move, acquiring Michael Porter Jr. to slide into this lineup. He'll be our new starting small forward. We move Mark into the power forward spot. I really like this team. I really, really do. I think everybody fits together really well, and I'm excited to see what ends up happening. So it's Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Michael Porter Jr., Larry Markkinen, and Derek Lively the second dimension. It's going to be Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, Kevon Looney, Terrence Mann, and Omax rounding out the rotation. I like it. 67 wins last year, man. Bounced in round 1. Hopefully we can go a little bit further this year. I'll see you guys at the end of the third and final year. It is back-to-back MVPs for our superstar, Luka Doncic. Wasn't a triple-double this time, but still great to see. Also, we went 71-11, so hopefully we can go pretty far. I mean, to be fair, I thought we were going to go far last year with 67 wins. We did not do that. Hopefully it's a little bit further this year. Cooper Flagg's your Rookie of the Year. He's in D.C. Taylor Hendricks, 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, 2nd straight Depoy. Scoot Henderson, Most Improved. Stauffer wins the 2nd straight Coach of the Year. I do not care about regular season success. It is all, 62 wins for the Sacramento Kings. Good for you. It is all about postseason success at this point, and we have not had a ton of it throughout this video. Well, year 1 was fun, but other than that, not too much. Here's a look at the numbers on the year. Double-double for Derek Lively. I'm very happy I stuck with him as my starting center. And let's just dive into it. Who we got round 1? 8-seeded Denver Nuggets. Never going to have fun facing off against Nikola Jokic. I've said this in my video yesterday. I also see Klay Thompson here. Whoever draft classes I use, if anybody has a good draft class for 2024, 2025, 2026 on PS5, let me know, because The ones I use used to be good, and then they changed the name of every single prospect for some reason. I don't know. His name's Matas Buzelis, not Matt. I don't know. We end up sweeping the Denver Nuggets, moving on to the Houston Rockets. Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks still starting. I feel like you could probably start Justin Edwards over him. Holy shit, Justin Edwards having a hell of a playoff run so far. All right, what's it going to be here in round 2? We are up 2-0. We are up 2-1. We go up 3-1. 3-2. Holy shit, we're going to game 7. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, we are taking on the Sacramento Kings, who are a 62-win team. Oh, my God. I just find this a little comical. The way I'm currently seeing this Kings team, there is one player right here who is actually a Sacramento King. I don't know. I mean, you had a pretty decent core. I don't know why you blew it up, but you did get Jason Tatum out of it. So, JT, I love you. Please lose to me right now. I really want to win a championship with this Dallas Mavericks team. We're up 3-1. Make it 3-2. Make it 3-3. Holy shit. I would have lost my fucking mind. And, yeah, I guess this is pretty funny that you have Luka going up against Trae Young, obviously back in the 2017 NBA, or 2018 NBA draft, excuse me. These two players were traded for each other on draft night. It's going to be Trae Young, Kobe Buffkin, I don't know, AJ Griffin Vanderbilt, Andre Drummond starting in a lineup. We're in like year 2025. That's insane. Okay, so we're down 1-0. We make it 1-1. We go up 2-1, and we go up 3-1. We're back in Dallas right now. Can we please close them out and end the stress that this video has been causing me so far? Is that a possibility? Does not appear to be in this game anyways. All right, we're battling back, actually. You know what? Fuck it. We'll see you guys in there. We have staged a huge comeback. We are here on our home floor in Game 5, and we are trying to close out 2K's best friend here in the Atlanta Hawks. So, not going to be an easy task. Trae Young in the paint against Luka Doncic. Yeah, if we could just not do that. And then, like, also, are all the starters in right now? Oh, no, shit. Oh, wow, Larry Markkinen, like, flew. Doncic gets his 6th rebound of the night. He is 27, 6, and 12. We are going to hopefully just play this smart and close out a decent 2K, or a decent Atlanta Hawks team, but I think 2K just really has, like, a man crush on them, but... Yeah, we're feeling pretty good right now. I do believe all the starters are in. I'm going to try to play on-ball defense. Yeah, okay, Atlanta takes a timeout. Yeah, it looked like all the starters were in. But obviously, I want to keep them in, and I want to find a way for this team to get this done right now because I do not want to have to go back to Atlanta and then stress about potentially losing Game 6. I just want to close it and end it right now. So we're going to try to deny ball here with Lauri Markkinen. Typically, what I do right now is I would kind of talk about the actual Atlanta Hawks team, but we are not in a situation where we can do that. I have to 100% focus here on this team, and I have to... Oh, Kyrie Irving, look at those stats on the night. This is a pretty tricky game for Kyrie right now. Oh, boy. All right, Trae Young to the rack inside. Okay, you jumped the wrong way, Lowry. Not exactly the way I wanted to do it. Is that Jared Vanderbilt? Good addition. I actually like Jared Vanderbilt quite a bit. All right, so, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Give me a little floppy. Let me run a little floppy. Is it Kyrie? Hopefully it's for Kyrie. It is not... That was the attempt at running a floppy. All right, Markkinen, kick it, low post. He's going, oh, Vanderbilt's a good defensive player. Back up here. Oh, shit, I have 5 seconds. I have 5 seconds. I have 5 seconds. Inside Markkinen, up. Oh, Lowry. Oh, Lowry. You're 7'1". Just dunk the fucking basketball, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I pull him? I mean, good God. Oh, man, I'm awful at this game. This is why I just run constant pick and rolls, because I'm so bad. At least I know it. At least I embrace it. There are people out there that think they're a lot better at 2K than they actually are. Kyrie, if we could do something today, man, that would be sick. Luka, 3, corner, got it. That's big. Atlanta's going to take another timeout, just really extending this. I don't, like, I get it. You're trying to stop momentum. I know that's why timeouts are taken, but here in 2K, you can't really feel momentum. I mean, I don't really think it matters too much, but got to make sure the starters stay in. Derek Lively, I say 15 and 8 for Derek Lively, and I will take it. 1:36 left to go. They're going to kick it into Kobe, or, well, yeah, Kobe. Trae Young over here, I have to make sure he just doesn't absolutely torture me right now because he's a pretty good player, and I think it's definitely a possibility. Derek Lively going, oh my God. Blocked by Doncic! Luka, get the fucking ball. Derek, run the floor. Derek Lively, run the... No foul, foul, foul. Oh, that and one would have been nasty, but wow. I needed, like, Luka to just go up and get the ball and take off a little... Oh, Andre's upset. All right, Derek Lively to the stripe. 2 huge free throws here. First one is up, and oh my God, what is that fucking release? What am I supposed to do with that, right? Oh my God. Okay. Dude, I genuinely don't know what to do with that. That might be one of the worst releases I've actually ever used here in 2K. That's such a pain in the ass to go against. All right, DeAndre Hunter. Oh my God, I jumped. Oh my God, this one all went to shit very, very fast. You are 7 feet tall, Lowry. Jump and get the fucking basketball. Andre Drummond in the year 2025 is not an excuse to get out-rebounded. Just not going to cut it for me. Doncic, up, layup, easy. Gives him 34 on the night. There's just under 53 seconds left. We are up 1. Holy shit, I am stressing right now. I am high-key stressing. Might be a good idea to play off-ball D, but mama ain't raised no bitch, so I'm going to be on ball against Trae Young. They kick it back out. Over to Vanderbilt. There's no way Jared Vanderbilt's doing this to me right now. Kobe Bufkin. Again, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. My mistake. I'm horrible with names. Okay, do not let him cook me. Blocked. Michael Porter Jr. has got 24 on the night. Is that a transition? Was that transition? Probably not. But come on. Are they in the bonus? We are in the bonus. We're in the bonus. We're in the bonus. First free throw, MPJ up. It is good. Making it a 2-point game. Got to get a big one here. This is a very, very monumental one. Free throw up, free throw good. How do I do? Oh, I need to find a way to do no threes. That's exactly what I need to do right now. Holy shit. What does the defensive lineup look like? Just curious. But here's my thing, because obviously I can let them go ahead and score 2. It won't really matter, but it'll be Josh Green in instead of Michael Porter Jr. That's not really worth it for me. So we're going to roll with the starters. I need to find... How do you do it again? No, it's... Son of a bitch. Defensive sets. Oh, I just fucking fell asleep. I'm trying to set the defense, and I'm screwing this up. But they're going to play the foul game now, obviously. Kick it into Doncic. They're going to foul him immediately, which means he goes to the stripe. Hopefully, I can get some free throws to go with Luka. I think hopefully I should be able to do that. Oh, my God. I need to retire from playing in-game. I know some of you guys like to see it, but I fucking suck, and this happens all the time. It really does. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and, pray that my mistakes do not cost me a championship here, because that would really suck, and obviously it's nobody but my own fault. Trae Young going to hold the ball, getting picked by Andre Drummond right now. Oh, my God. Holy shit. They got it back. Trae Young getting clamped by Luke. Oh, my God. I just got spun out of my shoes. Timeout! Thank you. Oh, my God. All right, well, I can't really blame anybody but myself, right? Because I'm playing on-ball defense. I fucked that up. I also fucked up the free throw. So, yeah. I mean, there's really not a question who the ball is going to be going to here. I don't really think anybody should be surprised. I'm going to try to put it in the hands of Luka Doncic. Maybe there's an argument for Kyrie Irving, but, at this point in time, as long as Luka gets open, he's getting the ball. So, Derek Lively to inbound here. 2.9 left to go here in the American Airlines Center. Kicks it into Doncic. Easy! They blew the coverage, and they don't have a timeout. Luka just got the easiest layup of all time. He has 37 on the night. Trae Young going to heave it from half court. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that. I don't know how that happened. Trae Young on defense. We are eating good today, boys. We are eating good. God damn it. As much as I want to choke, I couldn't do it in the final seconds. The most important seconds, we win it all. On our last breath, we end up winning it all here in our final season, and Luka Doncic is your MVP. Holy shit. That was as stressful as possible. I nearly blew it, and it would have been completely my fault, nobody else's. But, yeah, man, what a way to cap off this video. What a team, and I had a ton of fun doing this one. So I know this video's been long enough already. I'll try to keep the outro short, but hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I know I enjoyed making this one, and, yeah, man. This was a blast. So, as always, you guys have any other video ideas, let me know down below in the comments section. Of course, you guys new around here, have not yet subscribed, feel free to join the community. We'd love to have you here. But, yeah, man, other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.